How to use email merge and embedded links to create professional emails. Hi everyone, it's Jen, and in this video I will show you how to create a professional email for multiple contacts, insert an embedded link in that email, create a contact list with merge information in a Google Sheet, insert an add-on to enable email merges with your personal Gmail account, and do an email merge, and then check if the emails were opened by the recipients. Let's get started. First, go to google.com and log in if you haven't already. Click on the grid icon and select Gmail, or just click on the Gmail link next to your menu. Once in your email, click on the Compose button to begin composing your draft. You can enlarge this as well. So this sample email is a donation confirmation, and it's also a notification of a coming thank you gift. We're going to leave the recipient box empty because the merge will fill in all the email addresses for us, so we don't have to put anything in the to box. We want to create a subject line that is clear and does not make the recipient or the email server think that the person is receiving spam. So I will go ahead and use a thank you gift and donation confirmation, and of course using proper capitalization, etc. Now it's time to draft the message. Begin with a professional greeting, and be sure that you are typing in your merge field's name surrounded by 2 curly brackets on either side. That tells the program that these are the merge fields. So you'll type dear and then space right here, space, and then curly bracket, title, and then closing curly bracket, space, and then 2 more curly brackets, last name, and then 2 more closing curly brackets and a comma. And we'll use this message here. Thank you for your generous donation of curly brackets around donation amount, and on curly brackets around date, period. You will soon receive a thank you gift of, and then curly brackets around gift, by mail, and we are always interested in your feedback. Please click on the link to take our brief 4-question survey. Thank you for being part of our community. And then note in curly brackets, and best regards, Dr. Lourdes Navarro. Notice that the sentences are phrased so that the merged areas will flow together seamlessly. Be aware of your spacing, as leaving out spacing will mean that the clients will get an email with words crunched together. There's also a merge field called Note below the rest of the email, and if I leave that field blank, it will just be an empty space in the email. And if I want to add a special note to a few contacts, this gives me a way to personalize the emails and still use the merge features as a great time saver. Now, you will insert an embedded link on the words brief 4-question survey. Note it is important that your link is attached to words that best represent what the link leads to. Also, you do not want to insert many unlabeled links, as the email may be removed as spam. I have my survey open and ready, so I will go ahead and get the link and select the words brief 4-question survey, then click on the link icon in the bottom toolbar, paste the link in the web address bar. For this tutorial, you may use the link to your Google form that you created in the previous tutorial, and of course, this could be any link to any online sign-up sheet, a website, a video, or PDF. Then go ahead and click OK. check for any errors, grammar, capitalization that you may have, and then you actually just close the email, and Gmail will automatically save this as a draft. Now you're going to go and create a data source for the email. So head over to Google Sheets. If you need to, you can head over to your Google Drive and click on New and get a new Google Sheet that way. Name your sheet, and for this tutorial you can name it Donation Mail Merge List and add your name. Create the merge field headings. You may want to pop back and forth to your email draft just to be sure that you have all the correct headings. The first column must always be the email addresses, as this is where the computer is going to look for them when the merge is performed. Now, on purpose, I'm going to take out the space in one of my headings, just so I can show you what will happen if you type an incorrect merge field name. Notice that the gift fields, I've added an A so that in my message, everything will come out grammatically correct. So, for example, I can pop back to my draft, and I can read over here that it would say, you will soon receive a thank you gift of opera tickets or a coffee mug. So I phrased it in a way that it would work either way. Notice that 2 of the note fields are empty, but the third one has a note to a donor that I spoke with personally. Now you need to get an add-on to use for the merge. Once you have added this in, you do not have to do it again, as it will remain available to you. Click here on Add-ons and click Get Add-ons. In the Add-ons dialog box, you can click in the search box and type in Merge, and a bunch of add-ons will appear. The one that you're looking for is called Yet Another Mail Merge. It's right here on the top for me. You can go ahead and click on it and click the Install button. Go ahead and click Continue. Now, Yet Another Mail Merge is going to ask for permission to access my drive as well as my email so it can make the connections and the merge, as well as accessing any addresses that I have. This way I could go ahead and use my address book in my email for the merge if needed. I'm going to click Allow. Yay, I'm done. I can go ahead and close all these. Click Done and close the add-ons menu. Now, if I go to the add-ons menu here, I'm going to see Yet Another Mail Merge listed, and you can see I won't have to add it again next time. Now we have all the components needed: the add-on, our data source, and a draft with merge fields typed in. To start the actual merge, hover over the add-ons menu, hover over Yet Another Mail Merge, and go ahead and click on Start Mail Merge. First, it will show me my personal plan and how many emails I could send out today. I'm going to click Continue. It's going to let me insert the sender name. So here it says Dr. Lourdes Navarro because I'm sending it for my boss. And then I can go ahead and check the email template. So I'm going to go ahead and check the one on the top here. And I want to also track if the emails were opened or clicked on or bounced. First, I'd like to receive a test email. This way I can see if there were any mistakes, and I'll be able to go check it in my inbox. Now it tells me to go ahead and check my inbox to see if it went through. It may take a moment, but go ahead and head over to your inbox and see. Almost all of my merge fields worked. Notice how, because I typed the field name incorrectly for last name, it did not appear. Aren't you glad we did a test? Now go back and fix the draft or fix the field name in the Google Sheet and repeat the merge. Open one or two, click on the form link in one or two. You can even reply to one. You can now return to your data sheet and view if the emails were open. Notice that yet another mail merge automatically created a column called Merge Status. You can click on the Add-ons menu again and hover over yet another mail merge and open your tracking report. In your tracking report, you'll see who opened the emails, clicked in the email on your link, responded to you, or maybe their email bounced back. You had the incorrect or an email that doesn't work anymore, or requested to unsubscribe. So the great thing about this is that you can also reuse this sheet again. If you had a whole bunch of clients listed, you can reuse your draft multiple times. And you can also do a follow-up campaign by clicking on the plus and responding to people who opened the emails, who didn't open. You can use a new sheet or the same sheet and create another follow-up mail merge campaign as well. So that was doing an email merge using Google Sheets, yet another mail merge, and your Gmail account, as well as embedding a link to any online source of information. Here we used a Google form. I will see you next time.